books in the trilogy have sold over 50 million copies in the United States alone. They have spent more than 200 consecutive weeks on the New York Times bestseller list. That's more than 3 years. And The Hunger Games, the first film, went on to become the 13th highest grossing film domestically of all time. And I am very excited to introduce to you the cast and director of The Hunger Games, Catching Fire. First off, Catching Fire's director, Francis Lawrence. And the cast. Returning from the first film as Primrose Everdeen, Willow Shields. Hands down the most stylish person in the Capitol, Cinna. Lenny Kravitz. New characters: Victor from District 7, Johanna Mason. Victor from District 3, BT, Jeffrey Wright. And from District 12, Gail Hawthorne, Liam Hemsworth. Victor from District 12, Peter Millark, Josh Hutcherson. Great to see you guys. All right, let's get going. Oh wait, sorry. Finally, our very own girl on fire, Katniss Everdeen, Jennifer Lawrence. Welcome, guys, to Hall H for the first time for the cast of The Hunger Games, Catching Fire. Yeah. Francis, I want to start with a question for you. You've taken over the reins as the director of Catching Fire, and as I'm sure the audience knows, you're also going to be directing both of the Mockingjay films. Tell me about what it was like for you walking on the set for the first day. What went through your mind?
Well, it wasn't quite as exciting as this. It's pretty crazy. It was incredible. I mean, my first day was actually, we started light, and it was, we were doing scenes with Philip Seymour Hoffman, who was also joined the cast. Couldn't be here, but, so that was pretty fantastic. And then the rest of the week, pretty much worked with everybody, and it's just, it's a dream cast, it's a dream story, so a lot of fun.
Hi, Jennifer, all the way down at the end. How's it going? Nice to see you. Okay, obviously, last time we saw Katniss on screen, she's returning home, the victor of the Hunger Games. Tell me about the challenges that Katniss is facing in the second film. What's going through her mind?
Well, her life is very different now. She's struggling from post-traumatic stress from the games, and she's kind of has a new life where she never has to worry about food anymore. She never has to worry about, she's living in Victor's village, and that kind of leaves her feeling kind of useless in an odd way. She has to adapt to this new life, and also she's now experienced something with PETA that they'll only understand each other in a strange way. And so Gail, who she's known most of her life, who she's always felt understood certain parts of her, now really PETA kind of understands a part of her that Gail never will.
Josh, can you talk about, I get the feeling that the love triangle just gets more and more intense in the second film.
Yeah, it's very complicated. You know, PETA has such strong feelings for Katniss, and he expressed them to her, and then he felt that they were, you know, she felt the same way, and then he come to find that it was just an act. So now he has
It
to
was
deal
complicated.
It was an act. It was an act. We're not getting into this again right now.
The act saved his life.
But yeah, so I mean, it's very complicated for Peter to kind of figure out what he's supposed to do now that he has these feelings and they're not being felt by her at the same time, but he still wants to help her and protect her, and it's just a very complicated world they live in now.
Yeah. And Liam, for you, obviously, when I was reading the book, I just remember reading the scene, the torture scene, basically. I would imagine that must have been one of the things that you were kind of most nervous or excited or feeling challenged about. That's a crazy scene, I would imagine, to film.
Yeah, it's interesting to turn up to work and just get whipped for 3 days straight. And you're not really scared. You know, at first it's just acting, you think you're not going to get hurt, but after 3 days of getting hit with anything, it's going to start to hurt. And it was good fun.
Francis, can you talk about how much interaction, what kind of interaction you had with Suzanne Collins, who of course wrote the books that this is based on? Did you get to interact with her?
Yeah, I interacted with Suzanne quite a bit. Right after I had gotten the job, the first thing I wanted to do was fly out to meet with her. So we met in New York. She lives in Connecticut, and we wanted to get together and go through the book. I wanted to pick her brain at first, and what ended up happening was she and I kind of meet through the book, and it became the beat sheet for the screenplay for the film. So she's been a big part of the process the entire way through. It's been fantastic.
Now, by any chance, Mr. Director, do you have anything that you would want maybe possibly to show this audience of 6,500 Hunger Games fans?
Yes, we do. We brought the new trailer with new footage. Just for you guys, nobody else has seen it. And I think here it is.
Let's take a look. Brand new Catching Fire trailer.